Previously on Inside Scoop.
How about at the end where the producers asked him when he said, I'm going to work and do everything in my power to get her back. And they said, which one? He said, good question.
It's whoever.
What a slime ball.
It's whoever
will
take him.
Yes.
What is wrong with you people? As bad as we are, how do people like this get into your lives?
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Coupled with Chaos.
Inside Scoop this week, Unexpected, Season 7, Episode 9, Single Life Season 5, Episode 10, Plathville Season 8, Episode 3. Even though I said that out of order, because we are going to start with the Single Life, Season 5, Episode 10. What was this one? The act of cobwebbing. I don't even know what that means. I can't even tell. I don't
keep up with today's stuff.
No, I can't either. Liz and what's her boyfriend's name? Via? Is that who it is? Via. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This didn't seem to bother his seeing other people.
This boyfriend, just not the other one.
Do you think any worse of him because he doesn't? It doesn't bother him more than it does that she's in other, I guess, relationships / dating.
Mean, she went there saying she was dating, just openly dating, so that you would assume then that you're seeing other people. I mean,
yeah.
So I don't actually think it's that big of a deal because she was all open and honest with the guy back home too. So
I am so glad I'm not doing this. Right?
I don't think it should be a shock.
I mean, I really am. I'm so glad. I would not know how to maneuver any of this. Mm-hmm. I would just, you know what I would do? I would do it all wrong. And then everyone would just be mad at me, and then no one would sit with me if I was at a dinner table. This is what would happen.
I think the way to let somebody know that you're not too serious yet is like they ask you want to do such and such on X night, and you go, oh, I can't. I have other plans that night. That implies you're doing other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to say it. And I think with the social media crap, aren't you?
If you just met somebody and you're not, and you haven't said, let's be exclusive, or, are you my boyfriend? Then if you haven't had that conversation, then you have to assume they're dating other people.
So how did we do it? I'm not very experienced in this.
I said, someone is living with me that I'm in an on-again, off-again relationship with. How are you?
No.
That's what I said when we met.
This is before
via letters.
Us. When we were young and not in a relationship with each other. Uh-huh. And we were out in the dating world. I was never at a point where I had multiple people ever that I went and did things out with, female-wise. Not ever one time. Ever.
Wow. Okay.
But my experience is a bit limited. I'm not saying yours isn't. I'm not trying to read anything into it. But that's just how it was for me. There were other people. There were people who were friends who you went out with, but it was never like a one-on-one Steve and a female unless we were a thing. Now, it could have been before we were a thing, right? But there was never another, hey, there could be a thing. So I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but, you are going out as friends until you make it something else.
I would agree. I don't know that I ever had, like, a conversation with anybody other than you.
It doesn't necessarily mean there's not potential there. But until you make it something else, you're just going out with friends.
Well, I get it.
Even if it's one-on-one.
I understand. I'm just saying I don't get it. It doesn't ring for me. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know how to handle this if in this scenario. I have no experience to draw from. And we get that I'm relatively
change is bad is your mantra.
Inexperienced
so I can see where
if we had to go through
like
different people that I went out on dates with, or how many would it be total? One.
Can you count on one hand?
Two. Three. Yes, Kelly, it would be one hand.
Wow.
One hand.
Wow.
I don't even make it. And I guess you're the last one on the hand.
Wow. Okay. I better be the last one on the hand.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I don't know. Yeah. I would say 5 total. Maybe this is like genetics because look at our kids.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I guess I dated you and somebody else at the same time because I still lived with somebody.
No,
Yeah, had to cut that
there's
off.
leases and stuff.
At some point.
So I don't understand. And I get where this
you
isn't
and I
like
weren't
a thing.
romantic at the beginning, though. Like, you and I were friends. I think once you and I became not just friends, then yes, you were the only person I dated. Like, I drew a clear line at that point.
And so that's what I don't get is where these lines are drawn. And Liz, I can't imagine, is coming there and seeing Via here and going, there was already a line that had passed. And so I don't necessarily see it. Should she have said something sooner?
Well, I think she didn't expect to actually have feelings for Via. I think she went there expecting to just have a fling or something. And so when she realized she was starting to develop feelings, this is when I think she feels like, oh, shoot, I probably should have, made my situation clearer.
I didn't see this one coming.
Right. She didn't see it coming, and that's what she said. So, I mean, I can understand that. It did develop quickly. They've only been there for 2 weeks.
But I guess he's
And
stepping
in the
up his
realm
game.
of things, to bring out this news in the first 2 weeks isn't really late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
It
makes
just seems
sense.
late because the show's been dragging on forever.
This does seem like a long 10 episodes now.
It does.
And I have to say, I don't know if I said it to you or if I said it last week, but in general, I'm not looking forward to watching this. Of the 3 shows that we watch, this is my least favorite of the 3. Maybe it's because we saw Gino kissing or talking of Gino doing stuff, and it makes me really uncomfortable. He seems to be very proud of himself.
He's very gross.
And his wild
I feel
side.
dirty when I see him
Yeah.
with a woman. Like, I feel like I'm a voyeur.
Yeah, I'm participating
on a creepy situation.
in a crime.
Like I'm watching a crime being committed.
Yeah. This is like
It's
the
really
ID
gross.
ID channel.
Yeah.
And I feel like somebody's about to say this guy. Oh, yeah, I thought something funny about him. Doesn't surprise me. He's just a doofus. Now, I'm not a guy who could go around probably taking one. We are not people who would take a stack of any kind of money and distribute it to somebody else in any manner, right? We would keep this money for ourselves. We would not be giving it away. But for him to be doing this and not to even master the technique of how to do this, he's just a doofus. Because I think it's just general. And he says he loves sports. And he has zero, obviously, athletic ability or coordination. So for him to not be able to master whatever you're doing with the money here, I'm doing it with my hands where you're flipping dollars. It doesn't surprise me. She can, he can't. I think you would squeeze them, right, at the bottom and let the ones loose at the top and then fling it out there. I would assume this can't be that difficult. He is so awkward.
He looks like an idiot when he does anything.
And there's no way that he wants a future with her. And to be honest,
Why would she want one with him?
Well, we can't get past that.
This is the big question.
This gets to me as to why the show can't be real.
Right.
Because there can't be anybody, really anybody, who would find him a worthy mate.
Right. And I foresee that the anticipated split between them that we know will happen because this can't be real is going to be because her daughter hates him and doesn't approve.
It's a feeling that you get. The same feeling we all get
where it's going.
When we spend a minute around him.
Yeah,
this isn't right. Don't do this. This is a mistake. And the daughter looks a lot like her. It's really hard to almost tell the difference.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's odd.
And their mannerisms,
Everything.
the way they speak, it's all the same.
But that's fun.
It's like a mini her. It's kind of
think
interesting.
For me, some of the people I'm around, like you want to meet like their parents, even as adults, and go, what are they like? Or even sometimes their kids, and you're around them, and how much your kids like them. And it's those things. It's mannerisms, attitude. And so when you see her, you go, well, I see the daughter and her. Mm-hmm. And she should hate Gino.
Yeah.
Because he's bad news. Completely.
Totally.
Unlike,
and I would hope that if the tables were reversed, that she would be telling her daughter, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I guess.
Bad choice.
But you can't always do that, can you? You can't just always tell your kids, this is a mistake, don't do this.
Well, if they're asking you for an opinion, she's asking her daughter.
I get it. Sometimes kids do things and maybe giving them your opinion when you know inevitably how things are going to go. I don't know the line because you don't want to ostracize always.
Yeah, right. I think being currently in this situation,
I have no idea what you're talking about. There was no reference to our current situation.
That you just, you have to, at some point, if you and your child have communicated with each other in the past on this topic, even if it wasn't specific, that they know your opinion and what your opinion would be under the circumstances. Like, they don't really need to ask you because they know you and how you feel about these things because you've talked about them before at some point in their life. And so I think you don't necessarily need to say it again when they're adults because, they already know.
But I guess the
it's
kids...
unspoken at that point.
The kids probably shouldn't be the ones saying it to the adults. Like, you go to Natalie's kid, and go, hey, where does
except
Gino...
that she's asking her for her opinion.
Where does Gino rank on the men in your life?
And she said, if my daughter doesn't approve, I can't continue.
And that's, I don't think, necessarily fair.
Yeah, that's odd to me because her daughter doesn't live at home. She's not a kid. If it was going to affect her daughter in some way, then yes, that should be the case. But since
maybe
that's not the case, But yes, she's going to use that. This will be how they break up. Her daughter doesn't like him, and this is it.
Plot.
Sorry, Gino.
Here's the plot. You're back to being a playboy. In Canton,
this is why
Michigan.
This show is so predictable and not real.
Yeah, and it's like the Vanya and Tony thing. I have to go. Them even going to this dance. I don't even know what this was, like a dance class / social. What this was. You could tell from the beginning that this is not a place Tony should be. No way Tony comes out of this being able to dance. You know what? He just looks like a guy who has
step on his own feet.
Lead weights in his feet. And if this is and this is something that obviously is a big part of her life, dancing, right? It just makes it even more of a reason why these two aren't compatible, or
Correct.
Tony's going to have to be free to let her go out and do these kind of things. Period.
I mean, does he not get what she does for a living? Because, we've seen plenty of it.
I think for her...
with his controlling, jealous nature, I don't see how these two could ever work.
I think we've established that her main job is like a pharmaceutical salesperson. I think that's like what she does. I think she has this side gig.
What she enjoys
is dancing.
Is the belly dancing.
Yes. Or it makes for good TV. I don't think you can make that up. You can't just go learn to belly dance. It'd been great if
and she's very toned, and you have to have a lot of strong abdominal muscles to be able to do that. It's exhausting if you've ever tried it.
Yeah, you know me. I've tried everything, including belly dancing. I did that a bit in the late 80s when I was figuring out what I wanted to do for a career. The waxing was a little uncomfortable, but we got through it. Did I tell you about that or no?
Mm-mm.
No. So for me, this is one of those producer TV show scenarios that they put them in. And I have the feeling that Tony would have just sat on the side and stewed and gotten angry. He's not the guy that would have come in and interrupted. I think the production then forced him into this situation. They made this scene, and I think that's just where it was. Because
none of this seems real.
No, and it's not real, and Tony and Vanya aren't really real. And the only scenario I think that this would work was that if he used her as eye candy, but that's just not who she is.
Right.
She's too, I don't want to say dominating, but she's too assertive to fill that role, to be a doctor's wife.
Right.
And just to sit on the sidelines. It's just not who she is.
Just be
Right.
A person in that position.
Yep.
Just a picture.
Yeah. She probably meets all of his physical requirements. Like, this is the type of person I want physically.
Surely.
But personality-wise, she's too independent to be with somebody like Tony. Because he can't handle that.
No.
Regardless of this scene that they created.
Yeah, I'm done with this
Yeah,
show
it's
right
tough.
now.
It's really hard. They're not doing a good job. But they haven't been for a long time. Well, we get saved here by Sophie, thankfully. They have a real scene with Pedro because we knew they were going to be together. Didn't we? No.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. And this ends this one. This has to be near the end. They're not doing I don't remember if they did a Single Life tell-all. There's no reason to. We have anybody in the middle of anything? No.
No. And if she's going out with another guy, do we have to have more episodes of her dating this other guy?
No. What are we down to? Oh, we're down to Kim and her insulting short people is what we have. I
wasn't sure how I felt about Bea and Liz still getting intimate after how hurt he acted when she told him the news. I mean, he seemed to get over it awfully fast.
Well, he is a dude, and so for me, it's almost like Tony here. Tony is getting through this for a chance at one night, right? Which is, it feels like that's what he's doing.
It really does.
None of this makes me feel good about dudes anywhere. None of it, right? We're all just bad. And
seems to be the case.
The sad part is Kim appears to be, and I don't know, we don't know this, Wayne, really from anybody, but she went on this date with this other guy, and there was no spark, but he was short, and short's a thing here. I mean, you shouldn't compromise. Whatever your standards are, I get it.
Right.
You shouldn't compromise them. I'm good with that. You shouldn't settle for anything. It just seems odd that you're just cutting off short people.
Right. Well,
maybe because I'm short.
It would be odd as a guy, I would think, to look.
For what?
Well, no, as a woman. It would be odd as a woman to look down at a guy because as a woman, you're used to looking up at a guy. At least I am because I'm short. I'm
pretty short. I'm not that much taller than you. What's your height?
But I'm 5'3".
I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a stretchy day. So,
if you're not feeling slouchy.
Yeah. With good posture, I'm maybe 5'6" and some change, right?
So
we're not big
only
people.
5'3".
We're not big people. I don't know.
But, I've always looked up at a guy. I think it would be odd to look down at a guy.
I don't know.
Because then it would be like you'd have to kiss them. Like they wouldn't be trying to kiss you. They're on their tippy toes.
Legitimately, to be honest, how much time really are you spent being physical with each other versus all the other things? And so for me, I don't know. I get that I'm not like most, but I wouldn't be bothered one way or another. I wouldn't be insulted if I went out to dinner and my date was taller than I was. I just wouldn't be. I just don't see it that way. I don't get it, you know? It'd be like if I'm out with a dude and I'm the shortest one at the table, and I'm sure I am all of the times. It's not something I think about. I guess if I did think about it, then it would be an issue.
She obviously thinks about it.
She does. So it's a thing for her. But there's these such nice people. And this is just genetics. And she does acknowledge, she says, I know this is probably wrong. And it looks like, you know, she goes and measures herself against a camera person. And, that's not so bad.
She goes, that's not so bad. I can deal with that.
Yeah, because you just spend so little time doing this. And I think it's so hard for people to find people that they're compatible with and can be around. And so for it just to shut out because of height, I'm like, gosh, this doesn't make any sense to me. You're closing off, for her, I don't know, 20% of the population is just ruled out from the beginning.
If I'm dead, are you going to go out with a woman who's taller than you?
I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't think that would matter. What we've established is there wouldn't be a bevy of them. There wasn't going to be 5 girls.
And only one at a time.
That's what we've established. But I don't know that would matter. It would not.
Well, hopefully they won't be girls. Hopefully they'll be old ladies.
Right. Well, they would be, right? Hey, maybe not. Maybe I need some eye candy. Oh, gosh. I would not be able to do this again. I would just, with you, I would be around with you, with me and your dogs is what I would be. And they would just sit at the window and wait for you. And be miserable. And
you'd be so depressed.
I'm right here, and they would not care. So, I would say that single life is painful. It is painful to get through.
Yeah,
so
it has gotten to that point.
We are going to watch or talk about Unexpected and Plathville when we come back.
Thank you for listening.
You can listen to the rest of this episode
by subscribing to our Coupled with Chaos channel on Apple,
by subscribing to our Patreon,
or by subscribing to our Supercast
for $3.99 a month,
where you can hear us talk about reality shows,
real life, and more on our podcasts,
covering shows airing on TLC, A&E, Bravo, and the WE Network.
Just follow the instructions in the show notes.
Tell your friends about this podcast.
And rate and review us on your favorite podcast player.
Follow us at Coupled with Chaos on all the socials.
Or contact us directly by email at coupledwithchaos@gmail.com.